Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Metaphysical Report. Today is January 23rd, 2020, and my name is Lysander Xanthus.
And I am the magical voice in the background, known as the Kitchen Witch.
So welcome. Today we will be sharing with you today's astrology, numerology, and some other helpful information for you to use in your practice today. We will also be doing a grounding, healing, and casting protection for you to assist you in your spiritual journey today. Speaking of which, I would like to begin with an energy grounding. This is something important to practice every single day, so to alleviate anything that you've picked up throughout the day and to slowly wear down any blocks, attachments, and so on that you may have. So whatever position you're in, whatever you're doing, imagine yourself inside of a bubble. This is your aura. At the bottom of this bubble, imagine a pipe gently attached, or roots that lead deep into the earth. For simplicity's sake, imagine your bubble filled with a dark-colored energy. We're going to drain this energy out of your bubble. So imagine or intend the level of the energy lowering like water draining down. So we are releasing this energy from every layer of our aura, from all of our chakras, from throughout our entire body and being. We now release all energy that does not belong to us, foreign energy, energy that is not serving our true will, is not serving our highest good, all energy that is negative and harmful. Just continue to see the level go down and it drain out through the bottom and into the earth. As you watch the last of it drain out through the bottom of your bubble, just imagine or intend that that drain closes and that the pipe or whatever object you're using kind of curls down away from you and kind of disappears into the earth. Great, we've just grounded our energy.
Can you give her spot on the couch?
I have a cat here who's being very, very pushy today.
She's being most fuss, but
Here we go.
she's here for the love.
You want our spot on the couch.
Yeah, Lysander had his notes on the couch where she likes to lay down.
All right, love, calm down.
Okay, here we go.
So now I'd like to do a little energy clearing with this singing bowl. So we're going to see how the sound goes today. All right. Thanks, sweetheart. So now we are going to talk about today's astrology.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to answer a question while juggling cats and making sure the stream is going. Lay down.
Maybe we should take a moment to close them out.
They're just being pushy today. Everyone loves the cats. They just have to deal with the delays when the cats are fussing and bussing like this.
All right. As long as no one minds. So, today we have the moon, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in Capricorn. So, and that is Ereshkigal. These planets are encouraging opportunities and transformation by exercising self-sufficiency and problem solving. So there's a strong urge within ourselves to take a direct approach to our life and to make our own decisions. Uranus and Taurus kind of challenges our comfort zone at this time. So things might be getting a little shaken up or shed. Mars is in Sagittarius, so we have the drive to explore what's possible for us rather than just accepting the way things are, making discoveries about what's possible. The Sun and Mercury are in Aquarius, so what is being illuminated and emphasized at this time, and what is we have mental clarity about how we would like to change things, how we want to innovate in our lives, and a desire to communicate that with others and to share with others. Venus and Neptune are in Pisces, so we are seeking depth and sincerity in our relationships, but we may have to contend with fantasy or illusion. Be sure that the person in front of you is what you see in them. And we are also connected to our deeper intuition at this time if we choose to access it. Let's take a look at the aspects. So the moon is conjunct with Saturn and Pluto, so we may be experiencing a strong internal shedding today. This is a great energy. And the moon is sextile with Neptune, so we can also bring our intuition into this shedding process, this turning our attention to directing our own lives. Venus is sextile with Jupiter, so we have an opportunity for that depth and sincerity that we are seeking, to kind of push past the illusion or rose-colored vision. All right, that is the astrology for today.
Fantastic. Well, that was easy. We don't have any aspects, or did you touch on the aspects and I just missed it?
You just missed it.
Man, I'm sorry. Sandy and I got into a conversation about coffee, so I wasn't here for like a few minutes.
Everyone is here now. It's time for the numerology of the day. So today's a 5-day. This is a day for solving personal mysteries. And you have the conjunction of Venus and Jupiter to help you with that. Find an inner truth or meditate on a problem you've been facing. The answers are out there for you. Try to be flexible today, as the 5 will derail your plans if you try to force things. Go with the flow of life, and abundance will find its way to you.
Absolutely, guys. Not all 5 days are about adventure. Sometimes 5 days are about going with the flow of life. So this 5-day is definitely big emphasis on go with the flow of life. You don't want to resist where things take you today. You get a friendly phone call asking you to go to lunch, just do it. Just go to lunch. Because if you tell them no, you never know. You may not eat lunch. It's one of those kinds of days. You gotta go with the flow.
Indeed. So now it is time for our crystal healing. We removed some energy that was no longer serving us. So now it's time to put energy back in. So I'm going to be channeling some healing energy to you using the crystal carnelian. So let me tell you a little bit about carnelian before we begin. This is a stabilizing stone. Carnelian restores vitality and motivation and stimulates creativity. It gives courage, promotes positive life choices, dispels apathy, and motivates for success. Carnelian is useful for overcoming abuse of any kind. It helps in trusting yourself and your perceptions. Carnelian is a very warm stone, very friendly energy, I find. And it is also great for attracting abundance and bringing your vibration closer into the alignment of prosperity, helping you to manifest things. Oh yes, we have a
good camera now.
So now it's actually worthwhile to bring the crystal in closer so you can see it. So to participate in this healing, just allow yourself to connect with the energy of this crystal. I will begin. This crystal wants to channel to you confidence, and it wants to fill you with the energy of abundance and prosperity, and changing your state of being and the signature of your energy to align with whatever it is you want to manifest for yourself. Drawing energy down from the crown and up from the earth, activating your centers. And to draw this to the left hand, open your hand, clearing away whatever it is you might be holding on to, and sending Carnelian's energy to heal your ability to receive. Now the right hand, I'm opening that and clearing away whatever you may be holding on to, and healing your ability to create. To manifest for yourself. Stimulating the sacral chakra and drawing it up through your being and connecting it with your heart and your mind so you are more in touch with your own power and creativity and passion. This concludes the crystal healing with Carnelian. take a moment to pause and allow yourself to sit in the energy and for it to integrate. Even if you are busy preparing for your day, pause for a few seconds. All right, so this concludes the crystal healing, and we will take a few moments to sit in this space before moving into our affirmation for the day.
We are unhappy because we want to lay on the desk and we're taking it out on little sister. So, everyone prepare for lots of cat in your face. I'm gonna have to let her be on my desk for a moment. Hey, here, is this enough space for you? Arash Kagal is used to being able to lay on the desk with me in the morning, and she has been very grouchy the last few days because we changed the way the desk is set up. There's no space for her.
Oh.
So she has been a very unhappy little cat. So.
All right, so our affirmation screen, please.
If I could get around this, Keeney, there we go.
So, this affirmation comes from the book Heal Your Body by Louise Hay. This affirmation is for carpal tunnel, but even if you don't have this condition, this is still a useful affirmation for healing. So I'm going to say this affirmation to you a few times first. I believe it's important to hear the words and be able to take them in without focusing on saying them yourself, but we will also say them together a few times. So I'll begin. I now choose to create a life that is joyous and abundant. I am at ease. I now choose to create a life that is joyous and abundant. I am at ease. I now choose to create a life that is joyous and abundant. I am at ease. Now let's say it together 3 times. I now choose to create a life that is joyous and abundant. I am at ease. I now choose to create a life that is joyous and abundant. I am at ease. I now choose to create a life that is joyous and abundant. I am at ease. I invite you to take this affirmation forward with you into your day. If you find that it'll be of use to you.
Okay.
So, yes.
Well, thank you for our affirmation. All right. So where are we at?
Well, now it is time for our magic tip of the day.
Fantastic.
So, today's magic tip is, sorry, our rescue girl is being a handful today. So, our magic tip for today pertains to prosperity magic and gratitude. So, the tip today is whenever you find money on the ground, always pick it up, even if it's just a penny. Obviously, don't endanger yourself or make yourself late anywhere. But if you see a penny, pick it up, and
all day long you'll have good luck.
That is how the saying goes, but that is the idea. The thing is that you are accepting prosperity and good for yourself, even in this tiny, minute way. And it sends a signal to yourself and to the universe that you will accept something if it's given to you. If you won't even pick up a penny on the ground, then would you accept a greater good that came your way? The same thing can be said for accepting kindness from others or offers. So even if someone gives you a gift that maybe isn't entirely to your liking, accept it and you can always move it along later. Or if someone invites you to lunch or offers to buy you lunch, perhaps you should accept it. Accept it just as a nice, pleasant thing. Obviously, you don't have to do this all the time. It is a suggestion, and it's something that has helped me manifest more prosperity in my life. So you've got to start opening yourself somewhere. So why not with a penny on the ground?
Absolutely. I was out with my friend the other day and I stopped in the middle of us having a conversation to pick up a penny. And she just kind of looked at me sideways and I was like, well, you know, it's the universe giving me free money. It doesn't matter how small it is. Remember that, guys. A penny on the ground is the universe giving you free money.
I know. Accept a good no matter how small.
That's a great tip. Thank you, dear.
All right. So next, we will be moving into our card reading for the day.
Fantastic. There we go. All right.
You know, lately the decks have been pretty evenly split.
I think today's a Chicolle kind of day.
Yes.
We've had a lot of our other friend recently. I think it's time to...
So today's reading comes to you from the Nicoletta Chicolle Tarot. If you'll hold that up for them so they can see how that's spelled. It is Italian.
It is Italian.
All right. Thank you. So I'm going to be doing a reading for you all to get insight and guidance into the day ahead. So let's see what the cards have to say to us today.
I really do need to work on background noise, like background music, something nice and ambient.
Yeah, you're gonna contact someone.
I do. I have someone in mind. Ooh.
There we go. So we have two cards here. Six of Cups and Four of Swords. So the first card, it talks about reflecting backwards to remember who it is you really are, especially to one's childhood before we learned many of our limitations and what we should be and how we should live. And that it's necessary at this time to reconnect with your deeper true self. That self that you really are never goes away. We just find different ways of sealing away our own vitality. Energy blocks or emotional blocks are really just parts of ourselves that we think we've lost, but that have been sealed away because we feel like we can't express those things or be those things. And we hide them in our heart or in our guts. That's where I see trapped emotions the most often. So get back in touch with that self that you were, that thought anything was possible. Now, the next card pertains to a need to rest, feeling mentally exhausted, and needing to kind of withdraw from things and take a respite. So that is that card. So the feeling I get from these cards is that some of you are feeling very confused and frantic and kind of exhausted with everything, and you don't really have a good sense of who you are or where you're going anymore. So that is the advice, to take a step back and rest, take a responsibility vacation, to recuperate your mind, and also to reflect back and reconnect with yourself. For some of you, you may have someone in your life who can help you look back into your childhood in a positive way and reconnect with what really brought you joy before you learned that you shouldn't enjoy certain things, or that, you know, oh, girls can't do that, or boys can't do that, or whatever thing you were taught that took you away from joy and from your own vitality.
Mm-hmm.
So this reading is for the collective, so parts of it may resonate for you, or all of the reading may. And see if the cards have anything else they'd like to say to us. That's a lot. You're going to have to bring it back. I feel as though that it has kind of made its main point, however.
There we go.
Thank you. Oh. All right, so we have the 7 of Discs. And the Chariot. So this first card, 7 of Discs, talks about the need to be patient and to create excellence by planning ahead, by putting in the time and effort. And really, this card pertains to getting yourself organized and making a plan for kind of the long term and building something over a longer period. So really focusing on that and how to be excellent and to be at your best. Don't take shortcuts and don't rush. Planning.
Mm-hmm.
The next card, the Chariot, says that it is time to take the reins of your life into your own hands, and that if you can be decisive now, that will not only help you, but others around you as well. It is time to make a choice, and for you to make that choice, not to pass it off on the situation kind of deciding for you or other people. So you are in an opportunity to make this decision, which does affect your life. Don't let it pass you by.
Fantastic.
So this is the reading for today. If you would like to explore anything that came up for you with more depth, I do offer private readings through my page, Lysander Xanthus, Clairvoyant Psychic, or on my website, lysanderclairvoyant.com.
Awesome. All right.
So now it is time for the question of the day.
It's my turn. Hello again, everybody. I am the Kitchen Witch, and as part of all the fun things I get to do, along with bringing you the numerology of the day, I bring you the question of the day. So, it is a 5-day, and part of our 5-day today is going with the flow. So my question is, how do you cope with the flow of life going against your plans? It's a very difficult thing to deal with when you're like, I'm going to get all this accomplished today, and life's like, nope, you're going to stay at home with the dog, because the dog is screaming every time you try to leave.
Wow, that is an excellent question. Not just about day-to-day things, like you mentioned, but also in a bigger sense. We are all spiritual seekers here, and part of the spiritual path and seeking our own destiny is that you are guaranteed to find that some of the ideas you have for yourself in your life are not the true will of your soul or where the universe is carrying you? So it's a very apt question, talking about how do you adjust the direction of your life when your path dictates that you go a different way than what it is you've wanted for yourself, or what you feel you should have. And this could be career, relationships, family, future plans, situations, and more.
I thought the question was interesting because I know so many people who don't cope. They continue to struggle against the tide. They continue to fight the flow of the universe, as it were.
And it's not easy. They're just playing through the door. They are
playing through the door.
So, yes, a lot of times we're very excited about the spiritual path until we come across one of these obstacles, and then somebody's like, I don't like this. Why can't I get what I want? Maybe I like being with my current partner, even though they're hindering my potential, or it's not a good situation.
Right.
You run into truth. It's rubbed aggressively in your face. All right.
So, Sandy says, I keep my negative thinking from spiraling. Also, I speak to myself in an encouraging and loving way, like I would to a good friend or client.
Excellent.
That's excellent. Absolutely. So, Lysander, tell us how you cope with the flow of life going against your plans.
Well, it has done that in pretty enormous ways. I had some very specific plans for myself, and life did not happen that way.
Mm-hmm.
But it was because there was a larger plan at hand and things that I needed to do. And that was extremely hard for me. I haven't talked about it much to anyone. Obviously, I haven't talked about it here. How did I cope? Even though I struggled immensely and I was extremely unhappy about it the entire time, I assure you, and I was pretty miserable to be around also, I knew and felt within myself what was most important. And that kept me on track. This unwavering, deep feeling connection to my own truth of this, I must be here, I must pursue this, even though it goes against what I wanted for myself, and to have that faith that the feeling is there for a reason.
Absolutely.
So, gritting my teeth and bearing it, mostly.
All right. Maria says, I visualize being in a boat floating downstream and letting go of the oars. I stop trying to do things. Absolutely. That's a beautiful visualization. You okay?
Yeah, I just tried to breathe the coffee. It didn't work.
I try to breathe coffee all the time. It doesn't actually add to the caffeine feeling. Corby says, staying grounded and having animals.
Ah, yes.
Cats make a difference. Nilla says, I play another card. Usually the Joker, which, I think is a fun reference to, being in that situation. The baby is not happy with us right now.
It's okay.
Much like Lysander, I personally had all kinds of plans for myself and where I thought I was going, and the universe absolutely did not agree with me at all.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is always very difficult. But I did find that once I was willing to let go and say, okay, this must be happening for a reason, I'm just going to trust it, things started to go better. How did I cope with everything going wrong? I didn't. I'll be honest. I did not cope well with everything going wrong. It took a lot of effort to deal with everything going wrong.
This is why this is an important topic, because the thing is that when you're not going the way you're supposed to go, that's like your destiny, your spiritual path, life gets more and more difficult. That there's more obstacles placed in your way. So if your life is seemingly difficult, there's always things going wrong that seem just like all the time, then unfortunately I'm here to tell you that's because somewhere along the way you've resisted what is your path. And what that means is different for everyone. The closer you are to your path, it is amazing how things start to flow and become easier and to just happen with a naturalness. Things can absolutely fall into your lap from nowhere. Opportunities, money, relationships, but it's only when you're in that flow and you're fulfilling what your individual purpose is. And obviously, we are incarnated egos, so we have all kinds of ideas, and we may be totally detached from our sense of truth and what is our path, and it is unfortunate. So that's a sure indicator. If things are very difficult and there's always something in the way, that might be what's at hand. And it can be very frustrating because it's like, it's not fair. I feel so lost and confused. Why does all these bad things happen to me? I don't believe in anything. It can really separate you from faith, from confidence, from feeling like there's any purpose, and being completely discouraged. When really, if you just did what you were meant to do, things really would change. But we often become so frustrated by our plans going awry over and over and over again in the worst ways that we can't believe it. So please know that it's not the case. And even though it's the hardest thing in the world to put in the work, when you're so beaten down, that life can be good, especially when you're on your path.
Absolutely. Good advice, all. I'm happy to say I didn't cope with it, but I'm in the right flow now and I don't struggle. So, sorry about the wiggly camera. I'm having to hold it up over the cat because the cat is where the camera should be.
Go. Hey, sweetie.
So, beautiful lady.
Say hello.
This is where...
Come here, love.
Here we go. Okay. Now we're kind of getting everybody here. This is my family. Right here. Okay. Well, let's do the announcements. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. I'm so glad you all participated in that question of the day. I think it was a good topic. I'm glad that we decided to touch on it. Let me just see if we have any last minute comments on the topic.
Yes. I love the feedback.
Let's see. Indigo says, until recently, I thought I was able to just go with the flow and make decisions on the go. I learned the hard way that when enveloped with anger or rage or fear, trying to cope is like being one of those wave pools. The currents are strong, and going against them and fighting to go one way is almost instinctive. However, trying to find calm and peace by focusing on the important things and being grateful for them helped me to relax. Most importantly is trying to find truth, because I believe that at the end of truth is always some light.
All right.
All right, so
Announcements. If you enjoyed watching the Morning Metaphysical Report, please like, follow, or subscribe to my page or channel, or the MMR page or channel, depending where you're watching this. I would like to thank all of our patrons on Patreon. You can see them on screen now. It is due to support from viewers like yourself and our Patreon members that this can continue to exist and continue to improve. So thank you all. If you'd like to learn more about the Morning Metaphysical Report, please visit patreon.com/ Morning Metaphysical Report to learn more about us and how you can contribute and the rewards you receive in return for your support, and become part of our community even more so than you already are. After this video, those of you who join us for book club will be beginning at 9 a.m., so about 15 minutes from now. And yes, oh, I thought of another thing I'd like to mention. On my Facebook page, you'll be able to find it on the YouTube later. I am doing a healing video today, so please join me for that. I am going to be focusing on releasing emotional patterns, and I'll have a healing special today for anyone who would like a private healing afterwards. So I hope you'll join me for that. It can be very important to release these patterns. It can really change the way we approach life. So I'm excited.
Yes.
And unless you can think of anything else, I think that's the announcements.
I think that's the announcements for the day. Like we were just talking about, with going with the flow and everything. Please tune in 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time for that healing today. It's going to be life-changing. I just know it.
I shall certainly do my best. So now I would like to cast a protection for you all, a psychic shield that you can carry through your day so that you're not picking up any more negativity. Part of this daily self-care and actually seeing transformation and progress in your path is practicing shielding and grounding and healing every single day. So if you tune into the Morning Metaphysical Report, I've got you covered. So I will begin the protection casting for you all now. You don't need to do anything, just accept this for yourself. Now I would like to set an intention for our day. I invite you to create an intention for yourself, or you can accept mine for you. Today, we are going to connect with our roots. Today is going to bring us... I'll start over. So today is going to bring us a deeper connection with our roots. Today, we are going to find greater stability within ourselves and in our lives. Today, we are going to discover a deeper foundation for ourselves and our spirituality today. Today, we will live in the eye of the storm and find that center of peaceful calm within ourselves. And in this way, we create a safe spot from which we can go further in our paths and experience more transformation. But today's the day to root ourselves so that we are better able to receive these things going forward. And we are grateful Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be blessed.
Oh, blessings to all of you. Sorry about that.
So,
I went to pet the cat and I walloped my hand on the desk.
I'd like to thank everyone for watching today, and I hope that you will join me later today for the healing and continue to join us during the Morning Metaphysical Report. So, thank you all so much, and be blessed.
Blessings, everyone. Have a beautiful journey today.